What's up, everybody? It's James. I haven't done a video in a long time. I know it's been a while. So, with E3 happening and Microsoft Sony debate going on, I felt it was a good time to do a video so I can give you my points of view on the outcome and overall the Sony Microsoft debate. Um, so, I'd like to start out by saying that without a doubt, in my mind, Sony won at E3. It was like Microsoft was standing there, and Sony came up and dragon uppercut Microsoft, and they hit down to the ground, and it was like game over. Sony did a good job with their timing and coming out with their information about no DRM and the not needing the call home feature. That seems to be the big problem that a lot of people are having with the 360. So I say, good job, Sony. You won at E3. But in the long run, I have to say that I believe that Microsoft is going to win in the end. Now I've been since E3 has been going on. I've been keeping up with like a lot of the information that Microsoft is putting out and that Sony is putting out. And on one hand, I think that Microsoft, they're brilliant with tech wise. They really need some new marketing people to coach their people on how to deal with interviews and such. Because Microsoft, I'm sorry, but sometimes your people come across as douches. Like, we don't care. If you don't get it, we don't care if you understand it. But I think I've paid attention enough so I do kind of have a handle on what's going on. And I think that in the long run, Microsoft is going to win. Here's why. Microsoft is gambling on the fact that the future of our country and the world is going to move to being a broadband, always online connected world. If you think about where we were 10 years ago to where we are now, actually I'll say even like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, where we are now, the world, there is a lot more internet connectivity than we understand. We've come a long way from the time when if you get online, you had to dial up, which means you were taking up the phone, no one could get you, and you could hang up or you could be bumped offline. You didn't have a dedicated connection unless you were rich and you had like one of those lines where you could have it dedicated for your computer, for your modem. Now in this day and age, there are far more people than we realize that have an internet connection. I mean, more people than where I live. When you look around, if you sign into your wireless to try to connect to the wireless, even in my apartment, mine is not the only one that pops up. There are like two others at least that spring up of wireless internet here in this area. So, and just think about it in large cities where practically everyone has it available to them. Just think, more and more people have the internet connection, whether it's through your cable company, through DSL, AT&T, whatever. People have an internet connection that's always on. We don't think about it, but our computers are constantly connected 24/7, and if you don't shut down your computer's always online. A lot of us have gotten used to it. There are kids who are growing up who've never known anything else. That's who Microsoft is banking on. They're not banking on people who are older, who remember the days when you had to dial up, when you had to specifically connect it and take over the phone lines. Microsoft is banking on the future of us being, and people accepting the fact that we're always connected. Now, the whole call home feature, it's a small packet of data that gets sent in, that pings the servers like, oh, it's online, okay. People, it's only a problem because we bring it to the forefront. People are talking about, oh, the Connect will be able to see you, they'll send your information, blah blah blah. People, do you not realize that we already do a lot of that stuff. People complaining about, oh, I can't believe the Xbox One is gonna look at my information and be on the internet to connect to be able to see what I'm doing, blah blah blah. People, those of you who are complaining are probably already on Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare, Tumblr, LinkedIn, whatever it is, Vine, Instagram, Keek. You're already on all these things posting pictures and talking about where you are. You don't, so it's only a big deal because it's being brought to the forefront and people are doing kind of like a scare tactic with you. But most people are already doing these things. We don't think about our privacy settings and stuff on Facebook and things like that, where right now I can like something on Facebook and all my friends are going to know that I liked it. I mean, and yeah, we bitched about it when Facebook first implemented that, and we asked people to turn off the settings and blah blah blah. But it gets to a point where it doesn't happen, and people are like, I don't care anymore. That's the same thing with the Xbox One connecting online all the time. I can tell you, I've owned an Xbox 360 for several years, and I can tell you that I can count on one hand the number of days that my internet has not been connected to the Xbox 360. It's been connected almost since day one I've owned it. Why? Because I think that I'm probably one of the few, well, not few, but one of the people that Microsoft is marketing the Xbox One towards. Someone whose Xbox has become a huge part of their entertainment center, if not their de facto entertainment center. I use my Xbox 360 to connect to my computer. I stream content from my computer to the Xbox. Then I look at Netflix. There's Hulu. There's Revision. There's YouTube. There's Crunchyroll. There's Crackle. There's Amazon Prime. There's like ESPN. There's all kinds of apps for entertainment on the Xbox 360, which all require you to be online. I am a casual console gamer. I've recently been playing Fable 3. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. But I watch far more stuff on the Xbox 360 than I play a game. I have logged untold hours on Netflix, on Hulu, on YouTube alone, watching stuff because I'm doing things on my computer. I want to watch stuff on the TV. I don't want to watch it on my computer, and it's just more convenient. It's just easier to do. So I think that in the long run, with Microsoft banking on that, that's what's going to put them ahead of Sony overall. You can already see that Sony's kind of knocking on that door because they're going from the PlayStation Network being a free thing to the PlayStation Network becoming a paid service like Xbox Live Gold. If you want to do multiplayer stuff on PlayStation Network, you're going to have to start paying for their account, for that account that will allow you to do it. So I would say if you're a Sony fan, don't be so sure that Sony won't follow in the footprints of Microsoft with some of the things that they're doing, because it seems to be a wave of the future. And if Microsoft has their way, it's definitely going to be the way of the future. They're moving to make the Xbox One your all-in-one entertainment center. With the addition of being able to run your cable TV through it, there'll be no more on my TV. Like now, I have to switch between my HDMI 1 cable and my HDMI 2 cable in order to go between television and the 360. But with the Xbox One, they're looking to get rid of that, so it's all in one. So you can leave it always going through your Xbox 360, and boom, you can watch TV at any given time while playing a game. You can queue up stuff. So they're looking to make the Xbox One just this kick-ass entertainment center while also being a kick-ass gaming console. Because the one thing that they did do at E3 was Microsoft made sure that they pointed out that yes, we have not forgotten gamers. At the Xbox reveal, the whole thing was to catch those who were not hardcore gamers and reel them in, which is what I believe they did. With the Xbox One television and the Kinect and everything, you're slowly reeling them in. You're getting the casual people like, hey, the Xbox One might be a cool thing. Then E3 comes along and is like, hey, gamers, look, we haven't forgotten you. So I think we need to settle down on that front. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the price difference. The Sony PlayStation is $100 cheaper than the Xbox One. Yes, another thing that makes Sony win. But now that it's over and everyone has a chance to think, I hope you realize that that $100 price tag, that's difference between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, is because, think about it, you're getting more hardware with the Xbox One. The PlayStation 4, I think PlayStation has this thing that's kind of like the Kinect called the PlayStation Eye. You don't get one of those with the PlayStation 4. So if you want a PlayStation 4 and you want the PlayStation Eye, you'll have to buy it separately, which is probably another $100 tacked on to the PlayStation 4 price. With the Xbox One, Microsoft isn't really giving you a choice. You're going to get a Kinect with it. Therefore, you're going to pay $100 more. So, and I'm sure there are people out there like, I don't want the Kinect, I don't want the Kinect, and I understand that. Personally, I don't think I would want the Kinect either, but it's just really nice to be able to do voice control, which is all something that Microsoft is trying to get across, where you'll be able to control your your Xbox with voice control, gestures, all that. Microsoft is they're trying to be innovators and bring something new to the table. And PlayStation 4 is bringing something new to the table. They're just not taking it as far as Microsoft. So the price difference, you're getting more hardware with the Xbox One. Frankly, when it boils down to it, if I had to choose between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, if I had to choose which one I'd get first, it's no contest to me. I'd go with the Xbox One, mainly because I have it at 360, and my Xbox Live Gold account will carry over to the Xbox One. So it sounds to me like if I have both devices still, because they're still fully supporting the 360, it seems like I could share an account between the two. If I'm playing on that one, I log in, my Xbox Live Gold account is working on the 360. If I'm on the Xbox One, my Gold account is there. I can still do multiplayer stuff. It's a win-win situation in that particular case. Now, that's not saying that I wouldn't own a PlayStation 4, because if I could afford to have both of them, I'd get both consoles, because as we all know, each one is going to have exclusive games that you can only play on that system. And so in the end, it's only the gamers who lose out in that point. If you can't afford both, then you're going to miss out on some pretty awesome games that are exclusive to each console. But to reiterate my first point, in the end, Microsoft, I think, will win in the long run if PlayStation doesn't make some changes to adapt, because Microsoft is thinking forward and trying to adjust to the future of the world, which is looking like the world is going that way anyway. But then again, this is just my thoughts. I'd like for anybody to post your questions, your comments, your concerns below. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm just one guy, and this is my opinion, and I'm out.